Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about The Mandalorian, Season 2, Episode 4. This episode was written by Jon Favreau and directed by the legendary Carl Weathers, who also guest stars in this episode, and he was also in Season 1. If you want to see my videos on the first 3 episodes of Season 2, then the link to that is at the top of the screen. So this episode opens with Baby Yoda trying to fix Mando's ship, but, he shocks himself. Which isn't surprising, considering the fact that he's a baby. He's not the smartest tool in the shed. And I feel like Mando should have known better. I mean, I know he wanted Baby Yoda to do this because he's tiny and easy to reach stuff, but, he's a baby. Whatever. So, we get the answer to the age-old question of how Mando eats and drinks. I believe I asked this question last episode. And we find out that he does this simply by lifting his helmet up a few inches so he could eat without anybody seeing what his face looks like. So we flash to Corvus, where we see some people try to kill a squirrel, but luckily they're stopped from doing this heinous crime by Cara Dune. So he raids them and saves the squirrel, which, so he makes a triumphant return of the series. So Mando lands on Corvus and meets up with Cara Dune and Apollo Creed. Now Creed and Cara Dune are in awe of how cute Baby Yoda is, which I believe represents how the fans feel about Baby Yoda. Carl Weathers and Cara Dune are just obsessed with it, and they can't get enough of him. And neither could we. So this plot has to happen. So Mando puts Baby Yoda in a classroom taught by C-3PO, or one of his friends, and Baby Yoda's in class with this little girl who likes blue cookies, but she refuses to give Baby Yoda a blue cookie, so he takes it from her in the Force. And later in this episode, he chokes on it. So I guess his character arc this season is eating things he's not supposed to. Because first he eats that frog lady's eggs, and now he eats this poisonous cookie. It's not a good look for him, I gotta be honest. So we see Blue Man from last season, who Mando froze in carbonite. He's back, and he's Carl Weathers' bitch now, because Creed keeps holding the dead over his head to make him do whatever he wants him to. So Mando, Cara Dune, Carl Weathers, and Blue Man hijack an Imperial base and set a volcano off. While they're there, they see a bunch of mysterious pods of people who look to be artificially grown. And I'm wondering are these Snokes, as shown in The Rise of Bullshit? Because they looked pretty similar to The Rise of Bullshit. So Mando and friends easily kill a bunch of Stormtroopers, which proves the theory that Stormtroopers are only bad suitors because the Jedi are around to Force make those shooting bad. That's bullshit. Because none of these people use the Force, and the Stormtroopers are still bad at aiming. So that's a bunch of bullshit. Stormtroopers haven't accomplished anything since they killed Uncle Owen back in 1977. These guys haven't done shit. Why does the Imperial people keep them around? Why doesn't he train them better? I don't know. So the Stormtroopers are chasing them on both those flying scooters from Return of the Jedi, and later by those Imperial TIE fighters. But Mando saves the day and shoots down all the TIE fighters, and they kill all the Stormtroopers. So later, while they're back at home, one of the New Republic officers talks to Cara Dune, and first he's like, "So you're from Alderaan?" And she's like, "Yeah." And then he's like, "Did you lose anybody?" And I think that's a fucking stupid question, because her entire planet blew up. Of course she lost people. I don't know what the point of asking that was. It's as if he's rubbing it in. That, of course, she probably lost her entire family and all her friends. So yeah, of course she lost people. That was a stupid fucking question. But moving on, he wants Cara Dune to join the New Republic and do a job for them, which makes me think that she might get a spin-off series. That's just a little theory I have. Now, I'd be all for that, since Cara Dune's pretty cool, and I'd definitely watch it. So the episode ends with, we find out that Gus Fring from Breaking Bad, his men put a tracking beacon on Mando's ship, so now they could track wherever Mando and Baby Yoda go, so they might find the secret Jedi hideout in the next episode, which is what I'm thinking, and the episode ends. So here are some observations about this. It's impressive to me that Carl Weathers was able to not only direct the episode flawlessly, but also act in a high action, big budget, physically demanding TV show considering he's 72 years old. Very impressive. He looks like he's in his 50s. It was also nice to see Gina Carano back as Cara Dune. She's a much less bland than female characters like Rey, though that's not saying a lot. I like to see her play off established characters like Ahsoka or Bo-Katan. I kind of like to see how they'd interact. Um, so like the last few episodes, this episode sticks to the formula of Mando arriving on a planet. He helps people out on the side quests so they could help him. Rinse and repeat. But like I said in the last couple videos, it's a winning formula. Because I'm always having a good time watching these side quests. They're always entertaining, and I like how each episode feels unique. A lot of shows nowadays seem to just be one 8-hour season, and sometimes that works, but sometimes it just kind of gets dull and slow. But The Mandalorian never has that problem, because every episode's sort of different. It reminds me of kind of shows from the 90s, like The X-Files, or maybe Star Trek. How they'd be continuing plot threads, but each episode kind of has its own beginning, middle, and end. So yeah, as you could tell from this video, I really liked this episode. Not as much as the last one, but it's still a great episode. So I'm going to give this a B+. Let me know down in the comments what you thought of this and what you think of the season, and what you think is going to happen next episode. Now, if you ask me, I'm going to place my bets on Ahsoka Tano returning, because the next episode's directed by the guy who made the Clone Wars, Dave Filoni. But that's just a theory. I hope everybody out there has a nice day and stay safe and peace.